A very good morning to you.
Well, the drilling there from Mkhonto Wesizwe members here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium as members and supporters of the ANC continue to stream in, and as we cover and bring this event to you, we also will be bringing you guests, senior guests of the members of the ANC, and one of the top 6 officials that's joining me right now is the Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, Jessie Juarte. I said earlier on, it must have been an early morning for you.
Well, it has been a long night, that's all I can tell you. So there hasn't been a waking up point yet, but it's been good. We've been waiting for buses and tracking all the buses and taxis coming from various parts of the province as well as from other provinces. Unfortunately, we've had one accident with 2 fatalities, and we wish to send our condolences to those families. That happened early this morning. Other than that, there have been no other incidents, and people are on their way. So it's going to be a very successful day, I think. I hope so.
Are you excited just looking at the sheer number of people that have already arrived? And earlier on, I slept late last night as well, as members of the ANC were making their way to the stadium.
A lot of people came in during the night and slept outside, which shows the enthusiasm with which ANC members believe they need to show unity and consolidate support for the organization on the ground. It's been wonderful going door to door in this province, to feel the commitment people have to ensuring that service delivery does happen. They're looking forward to local government as a tool for their lives, to improve their lives. They're very vocal about the things that they need and want, but they're also saying that things have improved, and they articulate that very well. So I think today is going to be an exceptional day, hopefully, as we launch what we are looking forward to after the 3rd of August.
And as those members and supporters show that unity within the party, we can't shy away from what the party is currently facing. We had the Secretary General last week, while speaking at the Krisani Memorial, saying that this must be the difficult time for the party.
Yes, it is a difficult time, but there's one thing one must never do, is to waste a crisis that is created on your behalf. For us, we've taken the message of unity to our people, and they're responding. They're responding very positively. The majority of ANC people understand that the current attack on our president is in fact an attack on the ANC, and even if there was a new president tomorrow morning, that person would be beleaguered and attacked. We're looking forward to ensuring that the dignity of our parliament is restored. We wish our president to be given the opportunity to do his work. He has given an undertaking that as soon as the National Treasury provides the costs that he should pay, he will pay. We believe that this is also an interesting time for us to discuss our constitution, which the ANC believes in. We support our constitution, it is our anchor, and we believe that this is a moment which gives all South Africans an opportunity to look at that constitution and to own it as their own. And that's what our members are doing, is to understand how to deal with the current situation.
And during this difficult point, just before I let you go, what's the message then to ANC structures, ANC leaders, and those who have made public pronouncements, which we've heard from the SG saying that it's quite premature at this point?
Is to close rank and to have our discussion internally within our organization, to make sure that we consolidate our base support, to make sure that ANC members have an opportunity to express their views openly, without fear, in every branch. As we've gone around to regions, that has happened. To make sure that we come out of this more united than when we have gone into it with.
Thank you. That is Jessie Juarte, the Deputy Secretary General of the ANC. And as she indicated that they are expecting more members of the ANC to be making their way here into the stadium. And also that this is a difficult period for the ANC. And this is something that has been echoed as well by the Secretary General of the ANC, saying that this is a difficult period for the ANC. And the South African National Council, SANCO, joins SANCO's president, Richard Mtakani, joins us right now. You are at the face of those door-to-door campaigns. It starts with SANCO. When SANCO does those door-to-door campaigns, and it gets the messages from the residents and their concerns as well.
Yes, no, SANCO is a mass-based democratic civil organization. It's playing a very big role in these coming local government elections because we are with the people on the ground. They've raised some of their issues. This is the reason why the ANC has taken a view that communities must also nominate, participate fully in the nomination of these councillors or candidate councillors.
And it's something that the ANC prides itself in, that no other political party affords communities that opportunity to choose, even before the election, who the potential candidate should be.
Yes, not true. No other party has the capacity to do so. Only the ANC. That's why SANCO is here for the launch of this manifesto, to pledge our support and also to work very hard to all the country to ensure that the ANC has a decisive victory on this coming local government election.
For SANCO, after this election manifesto launch, come the 3rd of August, in between that period, what will happen? Are there any activities that SANCO will be unveiling?
Well, no, we will be dealing with the building of the street committees, village committees. We will be meeting with traditional leaders and other sectors of our society. Our program is going ahead.
Perfect. That is Richard Mtakani, the president of SANCO, and as you know, that SANCO plays a very important role as well as the ANC makes its door-to-door campaigns. And come the 3rd of August, the ANC wants those votes, and the youth play quite an important role as well. We heard from the IEC that the youth will be amongst those who decide who become the victors come August the 3rd. And right now I'm joined by the ANC Youth League President, Collen Maine. Thank you so much for joining us. Should we be expecting many young people at the stadium today?
Of course, 90% of the people would be here, would be young people, and young people in particular are volunteers of the movement.
What's your call to the young people of the ANC, the Youth League of the ANC, members of the ANC, but also those who are not members of the ANC? I know that one of the promises you made when you were elected was that you'll make sure that those members of the ANC Youth League that have left the party will come back.
Well, the call we're making to young people is that they must continue to support the African National Congress, because the ANC is the only hope for all of us in the country. Without the ANC, we would not be here. And people must appreciate that, young people in particular, that the country is a better place to be, unlike 22 years back. So we're calling on them to continue to support our movement, the African National Congress.
Well, in 2011, when the president launched the election manifesto, one of the things that was raised there was the Jobs Fund. And I think this might be something quite important for the ANC Youth League. What are some of the other issues that you'd be looking for as the president launches this manifesto?
Well, because these are local government elections, is to how we clean our administration in municipalities, to make the environment possible such that young people are able to access opportunities in municipalities. How far have you gone in terms of back to basics? That was launched by Minister of Cocter then, Minister Gordon. But most importantly also is to talk generally about, as you said, the jobs for young people. How do we as the ANC make it possible for young people to get jobs? And young people, of course, the other issue, our generational mission is economic freedom in our lifetime. How does the ANC make it possible for us as young people to achieve that particular mission of ours as young people of this generation?
And one of the resolutions out of the ANC Youth League conference was, of course, the 40% representation at all councils. Is that push still going ahead?
It's a resolution of Congress. The National Executive Committee of the Youth League will continue to pursue that particular thing. And we have gone to the NGC of the ANC. The ANC has said that it is giving us 20%. So we can't say no, we're happy. We are okay now, we are dumping 40%. 40% remains a resolution of Congress. We have been given a task by the ANC that in the policy conference of the ANC, we must present a document so that when we go to 2017 Congress of the ANC is then formally able to adopt that, because one of the things we must do as young people is to have the ability to master the ability to convince the ANC. So through what we are going to craft, we are confident that the ANC will adopt that as its own resolution.
Just a final question. We've heard the debates around the President and the Constitutional Court case. Where does the ANC Youth League stand with regards to the resolution taken by the NEC and the National Working Committee?
The NEC, the Youth League is represented in the NEC of the ANC. So that decision of the NEC of the ANC or Extended National Working Committee then becomes our decision, because we would have made our input in the particular meeting. So we are happy, and we are happy that South Africans in all corners are beginning to accept the resolution of the NWC, and in particular accept the apology of the President.
Okay, well, perfect. As indicated there, that some provinces have made their resolutions public with regards to where they stand on the National Working Committee's decision to support the President, and as well as to accept his apology after the Constitutional Court case. Well, Lebu, it's now back to you in studio.
Thank you, Mr. Sampear. All right. Before we take a break, let's say a very good